Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another video. My name is Javier, and if you're new to the channel, this channel is all about wedding filmmaking, business tips, and life experiences. Now today, as you read the title, I made a purchase, an unexpected purchase. I bought the Sony FX3 as a Canon C70 user, and I have 3 Canon C70s. I never thought I would see myself buy an FX3, but let me explain why I bought it. All right, before you guys kill me in the comments below, I made this purchase off of a business decision, not a wedding filmmaking decision. Look, I'm a wedding filmmaker first. I'm not a commercial production type of person. I don't do those, but I may be doing it in the future, so this channel may gear towards that too as well. But this purchase was a business decision. My second shooter, he switched over to Sony, and it left me kind of no choice but to pick one up just to test it out, see how I like it, whether or not I can fit into my gear kit, and see if I can use this long term, and maybe possibly sell one of my C70s to pair along with this camera as a D camera, D camera, because I'll sell one, and see how it works on my workflow. Now, these are my first impressions with a Sony FX3. From a Canon C70 user that has 3 C70s, been using C70s now for over 3 years, and so far they've been overall positive. I love the size of the FX3, but there are a few things that I absolutely hate about it. One, what's the HDMI problem with this? Not the port or anything, but the menu and the output when it comes to using this camera. Sony, come on now. Other thing, lacking shutter angle. I know it's getting an update, but why will Sony announce a update in January or whatever when they announced it and wait till September of this year to release it? Yeah, doesn't make sense. But overall, those are the only 2 things that annoy me the most about this camera. Obviously, it doesn't have internal NDs, and that's fine. That's fine. I can easily use variable NDs and learn how to get accustomed to it. But obviously, I am spoiled because I have a C70. Now, again, this was a business decision why I purchased it. My second switched over to Sony, and I am one of his main seconds that he shoots with. And so I appreciate shooting with him, and I want to be able to learn the system very well and adapt to it and know inside out to be able to use it for weddings as well with him. And then also I want to see how I can use this for my own weddings in my workflow, because the C70, when you're shooting with it for over 12 hours or 11 hours on a wedding day, at least for my weddings, it gets exhausting, it gets heavy, it gets tiring, and it'll be nice to be able to have something that's lighter. And we all know that the autofocus on this is much better than the C70. And hopefully the C70 is striking my face right now because I really don't know. But these are just my initial thoughts, my initial impressions with the Sony FX3. And I'm really, overall, I'm about 75% there where I want to sell one of my C70s. But I need to use this camera first for a wedding to really be able to make that decision. But I see how I can use this camera in my workflow. It has its advantages for sure. Really, because I can adapt and I can help other people who shoot on Sony find second shooter jobs or find some commercial jobs that they want a Sony camera for. I've been hearing in the chats or in different groups on Facebook that people are wanting Sony shooters over Canon shooters, which is really crazy, thinking that Canon is the industry standard, but that's changing. I know Canon is supposed to announce a new camera this month, but not everything is promised, so we don't know what Canon really is going to do. They're saying that something's going to be announced, but I don't know if it's going to be more video-centric or photo-centric. But regardless, I have the FX3. I'm going to be testing it out for the whole month. If I don't like it, I'll return it. So far, I'm enjoying it, and I see how it can be useful. A lot of my weddings now have been being booked out of state, and that means traveling. And that means I don't want to bring my big Apeture 60X lights with my 12-foot light stands. Ensure I can condense my kit or find other lighting kit. But if I can have a camera that shoots at 12,800 ISO clean for those type of weddings, and I bring my second shooter who also has Sony cameras, we're well more than equipped to shoot those weddings and have nice primes and bring minimal lighting that won't disturb the ambiance at weddings and keep everything going in the flow going of the wedding day. And traveling with a lot of lighting gear and stuff like that is just insane. And there's other advantages to this camera as well. The E-mount system has way more lenses. They're cheaper because you got third party. Canon lenses are just humongous, to be honest. And these lenses for at least the E-mount system are much lighter and smaller. I used to own a Sony A7 III when it first came out. I had 3 of those. I was fully invested into Sony before I made the switch over to Fuji and now Canon. And I don't see myself going back fully to Sony because I appreciate Canon. I like Canon. But I do see myself being a hybrid, owning both brands and seeing how they work in my workflow. I can appreciate Canon C70, the internal NDs, the longer battery life, the built-in XLR, mini XLR, things. Like, we all know the specs of these cameras. It's just now finding what fits best for your workflow and for your business. Don't forget your business, because that is key. And so for my business, I feel like the C70 is obviously great for weddings. Maybe not all weddings, but it's definitely great for weddings. And it's great for commercial work. If I want to shoot RAW, I can. I don't need to use this Ninja 5 that I have here. I can just shoot it internally. And the codec is amazing. But overall, these are just my thoughts. Let me know in the comments down below. Don't roast me too much, because, Tom Brady got roasted really bad yesterday. But yeah, overall, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Wait, before you leave, I am going to be making a review about how I like shooting with this on weddings, and I'll have some footage to be able to showcase. And I'm also going to do some tests, see whether or not you can tell what's a FX3 and what's a Canon C70 footage. So if you guys can guess it right, I'll be impressed. But hopefully you guys can't guess it right, because then that'll let you know I'm a great colorist. But we'll find out. But till then, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.